four you collected would be these.
Right.
Okay, I felt profound.
Oh, sorry.
What? Whoa, it's the ones that are already in your backpack. That's a great thought. I tried.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Cardboard in the Rough. I'm Justin.
And I'm Corey.
And it is the finale of our Light in the Mist series.
Woo, 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 woo. Oh, got the girls going.
Today we're going to do the world card, and then maybe there are some bonus puzzles, mystery.
We don't know.
For sure, but I suspect it might be. So, without further ado, let's jump in. Alright, so the wisdom. The world, number 21. As you examine the card, you remember the old woman's voice. The world must be completed last. You realize that pursuing this card would be useless unless you first complete all the other trials. Once you have completed every challenge thrown your way, you know you're ready to finish this journey.
Ready.
You study what appears to be an incomplete map of the forest, with each area simply identified by a type of tree.
Okay.
You have journeyed a great distance, but this is where it ends. You may think you're close, but don't be fooled. You can't help her. At first you can't quite tell where you are, but looking at the edges of the forest around you, you realize that you're standing on the world, right in the center of the map. Then you hear the old woman's voice again. You may be tempted to match leaves side by side, but remember that it is the surrounding edges that define a location. Start with what's directly adjacent to you, then branch out corner to corner. Once the map is complete and you know which tree each area represents, find the place where the four you collected come together.
Alright, so I was noticing these cards have some sort of leaf on them in the corners. So, let's see here. I'm just going to match up leaves first.
She specifically said not to do that.
What?
Did you not hear that?
Okay, fine, read it again. It was the first thing that I noticed.
It's because you were looking at it and not paying attention. Scully, I'm going to need you to leave that alone, okay, girl?
You don't need crackers.
No.
You already had some.
Good girl. You may be tempted to match leaves side by side, but remember that it is the surrounding edges that define a location. Start with what's directly adjacent to you, then branch out corner to corner. Once the map is complete and you know which tree each area represents, find the place where the four you collected come together.
Fine. Alright, so we won't do what I wanted to do.
So, we have to make a map, and I think it has to do with these banners.
Alright, well, I'll allow that.
Maybe.
Yeah, all these cards have a banner of some sort. So therefore it's likely to do with this puzzle. And it's on the world card.
Remember, it's the surrounding edges that define a location. So I think that means the banners define a location. So we want to start with what's adjacent to us and then move outward. And then branch out. Baha.
Baha.
Okay, now we probably don't have these 9 in the correct order.
Right.
That matches
I see.
this, but then I'm not sure about
Well, those two.
these two. Because this one doesn't match, but this matches here. I'm not sure if that's even relevant. I just noted it. Okay, taking what she says in a slightly different way. Instead of matching the leaves side by side, start with what's directly adjacent to you, then branch out corner to corner. Once the map is complete and you know which tree each area represents, find the place where the 4 you collected come together. So what if we do this? Because that matches here. That matches here. I'm going to move these off to the side for now.
Thought you said don't match.
I did. And now I'm backtracking because I'm not sure what else to do.
Okay.
That doesn't work for these though. I was trying to start with what's adjacent. So do we have one like that?
Well, I just want to note that this one has a no cleaf. This little circle thing is here and here. And it's here and here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good eye. I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
Okay, so where's the circle thing? Here?
No, it's here and here.
And also here.
Mm-hmm.
And we have one at the top.
And I don't see anything.
No, and then we've got this leaf. So maybe that's right. Okay, so if we're branching out from here, do we have anything that has this at the top and this on the left? No. You know, I guess these could be rotated as well, but that might introduce some complications. Because then this one could go this way.
But then we'd have to read these upside down. I don't know if that matters.
You were right about the last ones. They were giving us an easy one to prepare us for this
Yeah.
being pretty tough.
Yep. Alright, read it again.
I'm just going to start at the relevant part.
Yeah.
At first, you can't quite tell where you are, but looking at the edges of the forest around you, you realize that you're standing on the world, right in the center of the map. Then, you hear the old woman's voice again. You may be tempted to match leaves side by side, but remember that it is the surrounding edges that define a location. Start with what's directly adjacent to you, then branch out, corner to corner. Once the map is complete, and you know which tree each area represents, find the place where the 4 you collected come together.
4 you collected would be these.
Right.
Okay, I felt profound.
Oh, sorry.
What? Whoa, it's the ones that are already in your backpack. That's a great thought. I tried. Anywho. So if we start with what we're adjacent, and it's this leaf, if we're pretending that's what it is, then we could go, like, build from these.
That's what I was trying to do earlier.
So, is that one? Okay, so there isn't one of these at a bottom, so I think we just follow the ones we can make.
Yeah, we could try that. I don't see that on the side anywhere now.
I don't either.
Or the other side of that. Oh, I thought that one was connected, but...
It's not.
So, I'm not sure about this because these two don't match now.
I'm following this branch.
Okay.
Might work, might not.
This last cheese is yours.
You can have it.
You sure?
Yeah, because I was stealing some when I was cutting it. Okay, well that does not work out because there's nothing to touch that. Okay, I'm just gonna build this back to the original.
Thanks, Guzzy. Come here. Come on. Oh, there's Reyes too.
Hello, girls.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's our girl.
Good girl. Thank you, Reyes. Thank you, Scubby.
Is this back how we had it before?
Yes.
And we're just not sure about the
Everything.
left and right on this.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's this, so we have this symbol here, which matches that, and we have this symbol here, which matches that.
Mm-hmm.
But then this one does not match over there.
No.
Ooh, or that goes in the middle, and these point inward because this is the symbol in the center of this card.
Yes. Yep. I'm on board with that. That's good. Okay. Yep.
So it's the borders that define a location. And so maybe they all sort of point to their neighbors. Let's pull them out except for the four that we just figured out. Maybe, and if this is pointing to this, then this is pointing this way. This one is this maple leaf, so then this leaf points here. And then this leaf also points there.
Mm.
And then that would mean that these two are also that shape. And that part I'm not so sure about. If that is the case. Oh, no, sorry. It wouldn't. I was looking at this globe again. So then this one would be this leaf. So that matches, and that matches, and that matches.
Mm-hmm. And then the maple leaf matches there.
Okay. I think that is mostly figured out. This leaf looks a little different from these leaves.
I think it's supposed to be the same. I think it just looks different because of the background.
Maybe so. Yeah, it is 5 points and it looks relatively similar. Okay, cool. I think we figured that part of the map out now.
Yeah, I feel good about this arrangement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they said, and it's the borders.
Oh, I think that is what it was referring to, the thing that we
okay.
just figured out.
Okay.
Like the surroundings identify the location. So, like the borders of this identify its shape.
Okay, next.
But remember that it is the surrounding edges that define a location. Start with what's directly adjacent to you, then branch out corner to corner. Once the map is complete, I think it is, and you know which tree each area represents, find the place where the 4 you collected come together. So, the 4 types we collected were
Beech, ash, maple, and oak.
I'm honestly going to look these leaves up because I don't know what they look like.
Ah.
Are you going to get our tree book?
We have a Tree of North America book. I'm going to get that.
Alright. I think that this is a maple.
I think that is correct. Alright, so maple looks like that, and then next, okay, so oak, boom, I'm fast, and then
Well, okay, stop. You need to identify which of these leaves matches that.
yeah, it's this one right here.
That's 5 points. This is 3. I think it's this one.
Alright, so anyway.
Though that doesn't really look like a maple leaf to me. That's why I'm just going to look it up.
Alright, they're all 3 points. Every type of maple.
Okay, this one's maple.
Which one? This one?
Yes. Like this card, which is surrounded by these 4.
Oh, I was like, there's no maple leaves on it. I'm very confused.
You have to look at the surrounding.
Yes, I understand that.
Alright, girls. Alright now.
Okay, and then beech, 114. Okay, so they're just long and...
So it could be this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because this is surrounded by all of those.
But also if it's just a single leaf, it could be this one. Depending on how you want to look at that.
I don't understand why you're making a difference between those. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This leaf is surrounded, so this
Okay,
card...
so I was pointing, you pointed at this card originally, which to me is looking at these 3 leaves.
No, that's not what I meant.
Okay.
Sorry, I was
You were pointing at that leaf specifically. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, let's get a common communication. How do you want to do that?
I'm going to point directly to the leaf that I think it is.
Okay.
Beech.
Okay.
Maple.
Gotcha.
And then, let's see.
Ash.
No, I'm winning in the long run. Yeah, that one's probably ash. It's a big book.
Oak.
Alright, well. I almost won.
So the cards where those are. If this card represents ash, this card represents oak.
Mm-hmm. This one represents maple.
What was the other one? Beech.
Mm-hmm.
Which was...
This was a beech.
So it's this one.
Yeah.
So these three
And this one.
and that one, and where they come together. And we made a mistake because these don't all come together. This says come over. I think maybe this isn't the maple. Maybe this is a poorly drawn maple.
Oh no, that's oak.
I know that it should be oak, but
Okay, so beech, ash, oak, beech, ash, oak.
so all of these corners make words, so we have to figure out the corner that is correct.
Yes.
3 out of 4 are over here, and then we got 1 over there. So something is off. Ooh, actually, you know what? I think this may have given you the shapes of the leaves when you collected them. So their maple has 5 points.
Oh. Okay, so this is maple then. That's a beech.
Well, beech is a smooth leaf.
Just
Just a
probably
single,
still
so
that
it's
one.
this leaf, this card.
Okay.
Ash is this leaf, this card.
Okay.
And the oak is that one.
You're right.
So it is this corner.
Okay, so come over.
Alright, let me see how many answers this one has.
Would that be 2 words or 1 word?
I think that's 1 word.
Okay.
So we found something. I don't think this is the end of the puzzle.
Yeah, we found a phrase. We'll find out if it's the phrase that we were supposed to find.
Also, let's take a quick break to take the girls out.
Yes.
So we'll be right back.
We'll be right back because we have 2 fluffy dog girls and they're needy.
And we're back.
Okay, so we were getting ready to decide if come over was the word or phrase.
It was not.
I wasn't going to give that away yet. I was going to pretend we came up with overcome. when we reread it,
Overcome is there, so
yeah, this is, I don't know why we started completely upside down and backwards. Overcome.
it's just the way it worked. Alright, so that was the overcome was the correct answer, but we haven't gone any farther than that. So I believe it was 125.
125. Let's see. For the final wisdom
Yes, 125.
that comes from the final puzzle.
The story, or whatever you call it.
The final
Countdown.
vision. I think it calls it a vision.
Vision, that's it.
Okay. You manage to pinpoint a location on the map and start making your way through the dense undergrowth towards it. The thick fog prevents you from seeing too far ahead, but as you get closer to the location, a light emerges in the distance. Eventually, you stand before a towering tree which twists its sharp knots towards the sky and houses a monolithic wooden structure in its branches. It looks almost like a hybrid construction of all the tree houses you visited on your way here. You are certain now that this is the right place and begin ascending the ladder towards the lamplight, spilling through its timbers. The ground sinks farther and farther away as you climb, until you can no longer see it through the fog, and suddenly doubt seizes your body. Your heart is pounding through your chest like it did when you first approached the old woman's front door. She warned you of the strange force that haunts these woods, and now you stand before it, almost enveloped by its presence. But the lamplight persists, offering a stark reminder of why you're here. Sam. You swallow hard and continue climbing. Once inside, you marvel at your surroundings. The treehouse is filled with dozens of origami forms, hanging decoratively off the branches of the tree. You see Sam sitting on the wooden floor, folding paper in a trance-like state. She's barely visible, but it's not just a dream or a memory this time. It's really her. You're overcome with relief, but proceed carefully. Sam? I can't believe I found you. She doesn't respond, and you begin to think it will take more than words to grab her attention. You sit down on the floor and at a safe distance, and take off the backpack you've been carrying with you all this time. Then you realize the double zipper is no longer stuck. You carefully peel apart the double zipper of Sam's backpack to see what's inside.
Oh, wow.
We get to open the backpack!
I'll let you do it. Go ahead.
Okay.
We've been waiting to do this for a long time.
Many Iagos. An official unit of time.
Face. It's okay. Just lay down.
I think it's your origami paper.
It might be, but it's like a sleeve.
Do you need tiny nails?
Oh, it's not a sleeve. It just wasn't opening. Yeah.
It's just paper.
It's just origami paper.
It's just origami paper.
Okay, it's
There's
origami
instructions
paper.
here.
Oh, do we have to open it to get the instructions?
It's implied. Alright. As the resident craft doer,
Oh,
Alright, you want to do it?
go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. It's a butterfly.
I like it.
I like it. Ew, butterfly.
You're really... There you go. You weren't really on either camera.
Ew, butterfly. Butterflingo. That's not a thing.
Let's see if it will... There we go.
Pretty.
It'll autofocus on that in a minute. Maybe. Nope, it won't. Just kidding. Alright, so what does it say next?
Alright. I assume I keep going on the wisdom, even though it's a new...
Is there a new number?
It's a new number.
I would guess so.
Is there a number hidden on that? Did we make a...
There might be, but I think we may have messed it up if that's the case. You could, because there's a signal. We probably were supposed to fold this with that specific piece.
Well, now I'm slightly sad, but I can fix it. Maybe.
I bet it has a word or something on it.
Okay, so we're back to this. Alright, so this is the standard spot.
Does it have that symbol on it anywhere?
I'm looking for. Here it is. It does have it there.
Well, sorry everyone.
Simple restructuring assignment. Okay, well now let's see.
Looks like it says RTM.
I don't know if that's an M or an E. I think it's ret. And this,
UNR?
run ret. What are you looking at?
So it has a hint thing for after you have finished.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm seeing if it points to anything that we may have missed. The first letter is R.
Okay, yeah, that's an R.
And then it says warning it, the next one will be the solution. So let's see if we can figure that out.
This
it's probably
also looks-
return.
return. Yep. Return.
Let me see if that is one of the solution things, if I put that in. Yeah, 127.
Return. Nailed it. It's kind of hard to get this to line up exactly right.
Yeah, that's fine.
A butterfly. I can fly twice as high in a book. Reading rainbow.
I never wanted to meet LeVar Burton in person.
I never wanted to meet him in person. Alright. 127. You fold something. You fold something that looks vaguely like a butterfly. It's not vague. It's not as good as yours, but it's worth a try, you say, and blow the creature from your palm into Sam's direction. Thanks. Just like the book told us to. Yep. The wind carries it toward her, and for a moment you could swear you see its paper wings flapping. I saw it flapping. It passes in front of Sam's face, disrupting her trance-like state. She tries to shake it off, and then turns to you, clearly confused. What are you doing here? I was worried about you, you respond. I came to see if you wanted to come home. Home, she says, as if trying to remember what the word means. Sam, do you remember how you got here? Well, I was taking a walk, and I got so lost. There really is something weird about these woods, you know? I kept hearing voices, whispering things I think of in my head sometimes, but never say out loud. Then I found this place, and all these memories flooded back to me. It was so quiet and peaceful up here, so I just stayed. Does that sound crazy? No, I think I understand, you assure her. You've been through a lot. It's so strange. It's as if time doesn't exist here. I don't really get hungry or tired. It almost feels like I don't even exist. And I guess that felt kind of good for a while, you know? But now, some pigment returns to her flesh as she starts to regain her bearings. My dad must be worried, huh? She looks down at the floor and lets out a sigh. I thought the one person I could rely on was myself, but here I am, needing to be rescued. It's not a rescue, Sam. You're no damsel in distress. I know you can take care of yourself, but that doesn't mean you have to do everything alone. Anyone could lose themselves like this. It's okay to ask for help. Sam remains quiet, but after a moment of contemplation, the fog surrounding you seems to lighten a bit. So, you stand up and reach your hand out to her. Are you ready to go? She takes it and rises to her feet. How did you find me? She asks as you descend toward the ground together. Well, I found your tarot cards by the edge of the forest, and then went to ask the old witch in the cabin about them. Actually, we'd better stop by to thank her once we get out of these woods. Your feet hit the forest floor as you try to determine which direction to go in. Do you know the way out of here? Sam asks. Not exactly, you start. But I'm sure we can find the way out together. You look over your shoulder to see the treehouse already beginning to fade, when you remember what brought you here in the first place. Examining the card box in your hand, you notice several symbols that mean much more to you now than when you first picked it up. Something tells you that there are still secrets left for you to find, but you know you must keep your curiosity at bay for now. I guess I can give these back to you now, you say, passing the deck of tarot cards to Sam. She handles it delicately, soaking in the moment as if she was reuniting with an old friend. Thank you for finding these, she says. They belong to my mom. I know, you reply. Sam gives you a puzzled look. You start to wonder how you might articulate your bizarre experiences to her. Sorry for kind of ditching you the other day, she says. I guess I've been just feeling weird lately. It's like I'm trying to ride a bike with a deflated tire or something. Or, I don't know, it's hard to describe. Anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is, thanks for coming to find me. You share a smile, allowing the forest to stand still for a moment before continuing on your way. The brevity of the trip back catches you off guard after the journey you've endured, but it isn't long before you make your way out of the mist, finding yourself back where you started. I'm excited to meet the witch, Sam says as you approach the cabin, starting to sound a little more like herself again. Ring the bell, you suggest, gesturing the ornate brass fixture by the door. I think that's a hint. Sam pulls out a piece of hanging twine and the bell sounds. Sam pulls on the piece of twine. Moments later, the door creaks open once more. You must be Sam, the old woman says with a warm smile. Come in, come in. We have so much to talk about.
I didn't see anything about a brass. You can look.
Okay, I don't see anything there. Let's look at the... I don't see anything
So there are 2 bonus puzzles that are listed here that are on the sides of this box.
These two?
This one
Uh-huh.
and this one.
So this isn't one?
I don't know, it's got arrows pointing to it, so it may be related to both.
Okay.
But that was the actual, the regular finale.
Oh,
That was it.
there we go. Finale! Finale, the alley cat.
Because these are considered bonus puzzles, only to be completed after you've completed the main game. So
Okay.
there may still be more to go with that if we want to do it, but up to you.
Well,
There's a treehouse in there.
there's a treehouse. We'll come back to that. Because it's kind of hard looking.
So that was The Light in the Mist.
We did it!
Overall, that was a very enjoyable experience.
I'm really glad that we did it. It was quite fun. And very different than really anything else that we've played.
Yeah, as you can see behind us, this is not our normal kind of game, but it was very enjoyable, very different, like you said.
Yeah, and I guess it is what it says it was. A tarot puzzle tale. Yeah, accurate.
So if you like puzzles, recommend it. If you haven't watched the whole series and now know how to solve all of these, we haven't spoiled everything though, other than the finale. But can you hand me the book? So all through this book, after you get a solution, you get a number, and that number gives you a vision that you see in the mist, and that all of those visions together paint this picture of Sam's life, and you learn really a whole lot about her through those visions, and that was actually a really enjoyable part of this.
Mm-hmm. I enjoyed the story that they had built around all of this, and the way that it all kind of worked together, so you could do the puzzles out of order and learn about Sam out of order, but it didn't feel out of order.
Yeah.
But and some of these puzzles were super easy. Some of them were very hard. I think I'm glad this was the last puzzle. If we would have started with this puzzle...
I don't know, I still think that this may have been easier than that very first one we did with the weird flower algebra. Flower algebra?
Flower algebra. If you can't see how algebra will change your... save your eye. Anyway, though I this was
tough.
This was tough.
This was tough.
It was a bit tricky.
So, with this concluded, we are going to start a new campaign series. Which one we do, we're not sure yet. We have a few options in mind. So, if anyone watches to this point and wants to give us some input before we record the next one, we will take some input. Thanks for joining us. This is Cardboard on the Rough.
Bye.
See you next time.